fam, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be the March monthly message for all of my beautiful Virgos out there. I'm so happy about this because guess what? I'm a Virgo. So I'm going to be paying attention just as much as you are as to what the message is that's coming through for us this month of March. For those of you that are new, welcome to Eileen into Spirit. My name is Eileen. I'm a spiritual advisor and intuitive coach. I provide you with guidance, wisdom, and inspiration every week right here on this channel. We truly appreciate every single one of you. So all we can do is ask that you please subscribe, give us a like as it truly does help our content. Comment down below if you desire, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I release new content. So let's get into your message this month, Virgo. Okay, my beautiful Virgos, are you ready? Are you really ready? All right, so as you know, I have already pre-shuffled the cards. I take jumpers from the pack. I don't like to choose my own cards. Also know that this is going to be a general message for all of the Virgos out in the collective, so it will not resonate with every single one of you. I ask that you simply take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. So we're going to start off with an oracle card. This oracle card is truly going to show me where you currently are, what your energy is for this month as we get started in March. Angels, archangels, guides, ascendant masters, where are my beautiful Virgos this month? What is their energy like this month of March? All right, where are my Virgos this month? Do we have one more, please? For my beautiful Virgos. Let's see. Yes. Beautiful. I love this. Okay. All right. Here we are starting out with the Lady of the Gift. This is beautiful on my beautiful Virgos because this truly talks about how generous you are, how much you give. Okay. This is about generosity. It's about receiving, and it's also about withholding. Okay. What I love about this is that Virgos are very known to be very giving, and they give and they give and they give. But what the message I feel here, because this is a 20, so it's resonating at a 2, it's really talking about balance. Okay. And I feel that a lot of times Virgos really struggle with receiving. They're very good about giving, but they struggle with receiving. So the message here, Virgos, this month is you need to find a balance between giving and receiving. You need to be open to receiving. Allow people to help you when they offer. Allow people to gift you things when they offer it to you. The reason why this is so important, okay, is you have to understand the dynamics between the balance of giving and receiving, okay? And for those of you wondering about the smoke, I have incense burning. So don't worry, nothing is on fire. It's just my incense that's burning. That's why you kind of see the smoke over here. So the reason why this is so important is because you never know that when someone is offering to help you in some way, or they're offering to gift you something in some way, you never know if that was something that Spirit put on them, right? So Spirit gave them the insight, the inspiration, or the desire to help. But when you don't accept that offering, you're preventing them from fulfilling a gift that they needed to fulfill for their growth and their expansion. This is why having a balance of giving and receiving is so important. And I feel that a lot of times you Virgos, you give because you are so loving. You're so compassionate, which brings us to our next card, which is the High Lady of Love and Compassion. Virgos are very compassionate. They're very loving, which is their natural instinct to love and to be compassionate and to give, right? But what this is really talking about is it's talking about reverence, right? It's talking about kindness. It's talking about consideration. And this is a 1, right? So a 1 truly represents a new beginning. And the message here with both of these cards, with the Lady of the Gift and the High Lady of Love and Compassion, is that you need to find a balance between giving and receiving, right? Because that which you give, you also receive. Okay. So that's that message. Let's go ahead and see what the Tarot has to offer for you this month. I absolutely love that we've started out this way. And if you really think about it, we've started out with a 1 and a 2, right? Which is 1 is about new beginnings. 2 is about a balance. All right, let's see. Angels, archangels, guides, ascended masters, what information and insight do you have for all of the beautiful Virgos out in the collective this month? Beautiful. What information and insight do you have for all of my beautiful Virgos this month? Now we're starting out with the King of Pentacles, which does not surprise me at all, Virgo, right? So you're very intuitive. You're very much in touch with what is around you. You know that you're abundant. You are really looking at growth, right? You're really looking at expanding yourself and growing exponentially. So this is beautiful, right? The king. So I want to point out that kings truly represent the father. They're the father figures of the collective, okay? And a King of Pentacles is the father of manifestation, right? And this does not surprise me at all with Virgos, because I really feel that a lot of Virgos in the collective are truly, and this is are truly sort of, they're changing. Their lives are changing in a very big way. All right, let's continue getting out these cards. What additional information and insight do you have for all of my Virgos this month, Spirit? Ooh. We got 2 kings. Ooh. This is really turning out to be very interesting. So, ooh. I'm loving this already. As you can see. Okay. All right. Wow. Virgo, I am like stunned. Oh, okay. This just turned into a whole new ball game. Okay. Now, understand that we have 9 cards, okay? The first card basically tells me where you are. And as we move along, this is the journey that you're taking to get to your outcome, okay? Now, remember I said we started out at the King of Pentacles, okay? Now, I say this is very interesting because I want to point out that the way that I read my cards, I have 9 cards, okay? The way that I read my cards is I read them from left to right, but I also read them up and down, okay? And you, Virgo, have 3 kings all in a row up and down. You have the King of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the King of Wands. I absolutely love this because I really feel this is going to be a double message for a lot of people out in the collective. So I really feel like this is going to be 2 different messages. So yeah. Okay, let's get started. So the King of Pentacles, remember I said that the kings truly represent the father figure. So the King of Pentacles really represents the father of manifestation, okay? Because you, Virgo, you're very abundant. And I really feel that this is sort of like the energy that you portray out to others. Others see you as very abundant, okay? I don't really feel this is where you are because your center card is the Queen of Swords. And I really feel that that's where you currently are. But the energy that you give out to other people is that you're resourceful, you're abundant, and you're also giving. So the King of Pentacles is someone who shares his wealth and his knowledge with others. He's the one that actually understands that he has all of that wealth around him, and he shares it with, with spirit and with the animals and with Mother Earth and also with all of his kin. So this truly represents you. Being that you personify that to others, which does not surprise me at all because you have the Lady of the Gift and the High Lady of Love and Compassion, right? Now, I want to point out that it really doesn't matter whether you are male or female. When I'm reading these cards, and if it's a king or a queen, it's really about the energy that I'm reading, okay? So we were starting out with the King of Pentacles, right? Okay, so now Virgos, we're moving on. Your next card is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is what I was saying was about there is a lot of transformation that is going on in the collective for all of the Virgos throughout, right? So the Wheel of Fortune really talks about the wheel of karma, how your lessons, the things that you are actually doing and moving along with, okay? So this wheel of karma, I really feel is that you have gone through so much. It almost feels like you've been put in a crash course of ascension, quite honestly. It's really what I kind of feel like. I feel like it's almost as if from birth until now, you were sort of crammed with all of these spiritual high-level lessons that you had to learn. And now the wheel is moving in your favor. It's moving on a more smoother side, where now you are going to be reaping the rewards of what you have been wanting your whole life. So if you've been wanting better relationships, if you've been wanting, to be more abundant, if you've been wanting a better job, if you're wanting to become wealthy or become, someone that doesn't have to strive for success and you want to be that successful person, whether you're standing on a stage, on a platform, whatever that might be, you're wanting change. And the Wheel of Fortune is here to tell you that that change is coming. That change is ultimately coming because you're now gaining that balance. All of that giving that you have done for so long is now going to be given back to you. But this is what's going to be so important, okay? Right next to the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Eight of Swords, okay? Now, this Eight of Swords really means that you need to really utilize your intellect, okay? What I want to point out here is that we have this bald eagle, okay? The bald eagle really attributes to divine masculinity, okay? Because you have so many kings on here, I really feel that a lot of you Virgos are bringing in your divine masculine. You're having to learn how to balance that divine masculinity within you. And I feel that the other half of you are really bringing in the divine feminine, okay? This Eight of Swords really speaks about you. You've been betrayed. People have truly hurt you in the past, and you sort of felt like, is this really where I'm supposed to be? Because you were so betrayed, because you felt so neglected or so burdened by these people, these situations, whatever that might be. This is the thing that has sort of put you in that place where you're now having to really be on guard, okay? I say that because your middle card is the Queen of Swords, okay? Now, also keep in mind that when I'm reading these, I'm reading them diagonally as well. So this Eight of Swords really speaks about you being betrayed, which is why I feel that you often become very standoffish when people want to offer you something. Because I feel like there's a part of you that is sort of saying, why? Why are you all of a sudden being so nice to me? What's the catch, right? Like, so I feel a lot of you Virgos are out there really questioning why people are being so genuine and why they're being so kind to you. Really utilize your intuition. You will know right away. Virgos are very good lie detectors. They know when someone is truly genuine and when someone is full of shit. So truly utilize your intuition here. We then move into the King of Cups, okay? So this King of Cups is the father of emotion, okay? I want you to notice how you have all of these waves here, right? So these waves really talks about Virgos tending to be very fluctuating in their emotions, and there is no balance. And I really feel that what this is really talking about, and this is where I feel like it's going to be a double message here, okay? I really feel that not only is this going to be where some of you Virgos are really having to learn to bring in that divine masculine, where you're having to learn to fill your own cup. You are having to learn to be your own father figure, be your own divine masculine. Learn how to be your own authority, okay? So I really feel that that's a message for some of you. And then for others of you, I honestly feel that with these other two kings, okay, this is about a love interest, okay? About you're going to have, where there's two people that you're going to have to choose from, okay? But this King of Cups, now this is what I want to point out because I feel that this is so important, okay? What this King of Cups is really wanting you to recognize is that you are complete and whole all on your own. You don't need anybody else to make you feel that way. You don't need someone to love you. You need to love you. A King of Cups knows that his cup is full and he will offer his cup to others, but he will always make sure that his cup is full for himself. Not to fill his cup to give to others, but to fill his cup for himself. You are doing it for yourself. You're not doing it. You're not filling your cup for others. You are filling your cup for yourself, and you share of yourself with others. Does that make sense? So we're now going to move into the middle of the heart of your reading, okay, which is going to be the middle card and the bottom deck energy, which is your subconscious, okay? Now, your middle card, the heart of your reading, is the Queen of Swords with the Lovers, okay? This is where I say this is going to be a double message, okay? Because you have three kings, and I honestly, the information that I'm getting on your first king, which is the King of Pentacles, is really the energy that you give out to others. This is how other people see you, okay? But you're sort of in this stance right now where you're in this Queen of Swords, right? A Queen of Swords is utilizing her intuition, and her heart, right? But she's also on guard. She's protecting herself. She's like, I'm open to hearing what you have to say or what you have to offer, but I'm not going to let you bulldoze me or run over me. These other two kings, I really feel represent for some of you, it might just be for a small select few of you, where you're going to be presented with an offer where two kings are going to come up and you're going to have to pick and choose. Now, the message here with that is going to be and I say that because we have the Lovers here, right? But it's also a double message here with the Lovers. So first things first, with this Queen of Swords, Virgo, okay? What I am truly picking up here with this Queen of Swords is that the sword truly represents your truth. It represents the clarity, your soul truth, okay? By you being in that stance, you already know what is good for you and what is not good for you. You already know what you're going to accept and what you're not going to accept. You know what you're going to tolerate and what you're not going to tolerate. And what this is really asking you to do is that allow yourself to be open to receiving anything that is being offered to you from spirit and others, okay, when it's asking for help or receiving from others, okay, whether they're offering you a gift of some sort. Utilize your intellect, right? Because your intellect and your intuition together will provide you with that soul truth, right? You'll know instantly when it's right and when it's BS, okay? Now, also, I want to point out here that we also have a bald eagle here, right? Which is divine masculine energy, okay? This is really about you being your own source of love, of intellect, of emotion. It's everything. It's you being your own source. Now let's talk about the Lovers here, okay? The Lovers truly speaks about a divine contract. It speaks about a divine union. I really feel that for some of you, it's really about your soulmate coming in, okay? And this is where you're going to have to pick and choose between the King of Wands or the King of Cups, okay? But I also feel that for some of you, it's really about you coming into union with your divine feminine and your divine masculine, right? You coming into union with that divinity that makes you whole, okay? So I think this is really interesting because, like I said, when I first saw this layout, I was like, wow, this is really a double message here. I really feel that it's important that you recognize that just because the Lovers card comes out doesn't automatically mean that it's like a soulmate or a love relationship. This can be, and it's important to recognize, guys, that soulmate does not have to mean a romantic relationship. This could mean a contract that you have with someone that could be a business partner or a coworker or a best friend, or you might be gifted with a new relationship that is going to fulfill you in a way that you've been wanting or desiring in some way. It does not automatically mean that it is a love relationship or a love interest, okay? This is why it's so important that when you are in the Queen of Swords, that you remain open to everything, but utilize your sword to provide you with clarity and utilize your intuition to align you with that, with your highest truth, okay? So we're now going to be moving into the steps and the advice that Spirit has for you as you move along this journey towards your outcome, okay? So here we have the Tower, okay? Now, the Tower is right underneath the Eight of Swords, okay? And how I'm reading this is that in the past, okay, or actually because it's in the future position, you might be triggered, okay? You might be triggered with something that might have happened from the past, and then you experience something that sort of reminds you of that, okay? So that's what's going to bring up all of these emotions with this King of Cups, where you're going to have to learn to balance that. You're going to have to learn to balance out your emotions and find the harmony, okay? This is why the Queen of Swords is here, because when you get triggered with that Eight of Swords and it brings up all of this emotion, this Queen of Swords needs to be able to utilize not only her intuition, but her intellect. She makes decisions wisely. She's open to receiving the information and understanding what it means and what it represents. But she also has to utilize her intuition to guide her in the appropriate direction. Okay. Now, this Tower truly represents divine intervention. It represents change, okay? What I love about this is that you might not recognize it. In the moment that you're going through it, you might not recognize it as divine change. Don't automatically assume that, oh my gosh, it's the end of the world, okay? Because it's not. This really represents change that is necessary, that Spirit feels is necessary in order for you to move in the direction that you want to go in, okay? Maybe this Tower with this Eight of Swords really represents that if you've been wounded in the past by someone romantically, like in a relationship, right? That was took a very big emotional turn on you, right? And it sort of put you in the stance of, that's it, I'm cutting myself off from any kind of a romantic relationship. What Spirit is really saying is that the divine intervention and the change here is that you need to change your perspective on that. You need to be open to receiving. You need to be open to the kindness and the compassion, because Spirit is trying to gift that to you. Okay. But when you're standoffish and you're not really allowing yourself to be open to that, then you're basically telling Spirit, no, I don't want that. But deep down inside, you really do. Okay. We then have the King of Wands. Now, this king here is the father of inspiration, of passion, and of desire. Okay. So again, with this Tower, what are you desiring? What are you inspired by, right? Are you allowing yourself to truly be confident? Are you allowing yourself to truly move, take action, right? So the Wands also talk about action. What actions do you need to put in place in your life this month that help you really get to a place of where you can be balanced in both giving and receiving, in whatever form it might come in whatever area that is needed, right? The King of Wands really speaks a lot about that deep desire, that instinct that we often get, that sort of makes us want to move, right? Embody this energy, right? Embody this energy. And for you to have 3 kings here really signifies to me that You are evolving so quickly here, Virgo, that you are now in a position to take action. Spirit is really asking you, it is time that you put forth the efforts and the action steps to make that plan, do that project, leave that job, start that business, whatever it might be. It is time for you to take action, okay? Because after the King of Wands, what we have is the Five of Pentacles. Now, this Five of Pentacles really speaks about you not being aware of what is being provided for you or your surroundings, right? You're sort of cutting yourself off from the rest of the world. With this Five of Pentacles, it's almost like you're in that state of poor me. You put yourself in that state of victimhood and you say, which does not surprise me at all, right? Because above that, you have the Queen of Swords, right? This Queen of Swords, look at her face. Look at her face. She's very standoffish. It's almost like, I don't have time for you, right? But when you put yourself in that role, when you put yourself in a state of victimhood or martyrhood, then I want to point out that the energy that you give is the energy that you receive, okay? Again, you have that Wheel of Fortune there. You ultimately need to be very aware of how you perceive things. What kind of action are you taking to change your thought processes, right? With this Five of Pentacles, it's important that you be very aware and observant of your thoughts and your emotions and the actions that you take towards your desires, okay? Now, we're now moving to your outcome here, Virgo, and this is beautiful because what this is really saying is that you have a new opportunity that is being presented to you. It's a moment of clarity, okay? We have the Ace of Swords here. The swords truly represent mental clarity and intuition and your truth, right? So you're going to get truth and you're also going to get some communication here. So whether that's actually communicating with your higher self or your spirit team, whatever that might be, it is going to truly enlighten you to a point where you're going to recognize exactly who you are. You're going to see your worth. You're going to see your value, and you're going to allow yourself to be balanced in both giving and receiving. You're understanding things at a much deeper level here, because in order for you to have, you have three major arcana cards here. You have the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Tower, and you have the Lovers. I really feel that this is a message of you truly learning the full depth and understanding of love and compassion on a much deeper level. Whether that's love for yourself or for others, compassion for yourself and for others. I really feel that message here is you need to learn to be more understanding of yourself. Allow yourself to be vulnerable sometimes. I understand that, yes, you can get hurt. People can hurt you. And I do feel that a lot of times you take the brunt of other people's crap, which is why you sort of put yourself in that Queen of Swords position, because you're like, I'm done. I'm so done. I don't want to be there anymore. But Spirit is really giving you all of this knowledge and all of this amazing, beautiful, powerful messages where they're trying to help you grow into that greatest version of yourself. So let's draw some additional oracle cards to see what additional information Spirit has for you here, Virgo. Angels, archangels, guides, ascended masters, what additional information do you have for my Virgos out in the collective? What additional information can you add to this beautiful message for all of the beautiful Virgos out in the collective? What additional information do you have for all of the Virgos out in the collective? Okay, is this the only one? Nope. Okay, thank you. All right. This is beautiful here, Virgo, because the first card that popped out was exchanging gifts. Absolutely love this. This truly corresponds with the Lady of the Gift. It represents you being able to not only give, but receive. Exchanging gifts is really about a balance of giving and receiving. I want to point out that this 27 adds up to a 9, which is about an ending, right? So the time has come for you to step out of this box that you've sort of put yourself in, as to where all I have to do, what my gift is to gift to others. You need to come out of that mentality. Your gift to this world is to be genuinely and authentically who you are. That means that you have just as much equal right to receiving as you do to giving, okay? And then your next card is loyal heart. Absolutely love this, right? I really feel that Virgos are very loyal. They are loyal to a fault, right? And I really feel that this is about you coming into union. Notice how these two owls, so owls represent wisdom and intuition, okay? But I want you to notice how this truly sort of forms a heart, right? Maybe you've been really wounded in the past from relationships, where relationships were always people were always taking from you. They weren't giving to you in the way that you gave to them. And because I am a Virgo and I can truly understand this, I went through a very big phase in my life where I always felt that, why couldn't people love me the way that I love them? Why couldn't people be genuine and authentic with me the way that I was with them? And what I had to realize was that I wasn't that way with myself. I didn't love myself the way that I loved others. I wasn't genuine and honest and authentic with myself the way that I was with others. And the moment I came to that realization, okay, my heart became whole, because it was really about me giving to myself. So what I want to point out is that this number is a 35, okay? This 35 adds up to an 8, okay? An 8 is about abundance. It truly is about abundance, and it's about the natural flow of giving and receiving, because it makes an infinity sign. You have so much to give to this world, and because you have all of that abundance to give, you deserve that much more. I want to point out that you'll notice there are keys up here at the top, right? Why are you withholding yourself from receiving this abundant gift that Spirit is trying to offer you here, Virgo? I really feel that what Spirit is really trying to tell you here is that you need to be open to this beautiful gift that Spirit has for you. Allow yourself to put down your guard. Allow people to genuinely be who they are. You are intuitive enough that you know when someone is being genuine and when they're not. So that is my message here for you, Virgo. I hope that it truly resonated with you. I know it absolutely resonated with me. I thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you next month for your next month message. Namaste, guys.